Hello, and welcome to DFS Coach Talk. I'm your host, Josh Davis, also known as Crash. Today is Sunday, July 10th, 2022, and I am here to talk to you guys about today's Major League Baseball slate. If you're new to the channel, if you would give us a like, hit the thumbs up button, and then after that, please hit the alarm bell. First of all, hit the subscribe button, then hit the alarm bell, and that will let you know when our latest podcast has been added to the channel. So do all three of those, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and then, the alarm button, hit that to let you know when we have a new podcast ad. Our presenting sponsor today is going to be PrizePicks. If you go to prizepicks.com, use the promo code CoachTalk, all one word with no space. They will 100% match your first deposit up to $100. If you haven't joined us yet at DFS Coach Talk, you can join us at dfscoachtalk.com. There's no better day than today to join. As we announced last week, we have the Summer League special. It goes through July 17th, so next Sunday, and it's only $26. And that'll get you all of our content, not just the Summer League, MLB, PGA, of course, Summer League, MMA, NASCAR, whatever there is for content that we're going to provide, you're going to get it. So only $26 to get you through next week. And then yesterday we announced our second half MLB special. It started yesterday. It's only $111, and that'll actually get you through week 4 of the NFL season, which is October 2nd. So definitely want to hit that up. We've had a few members join that already and hope to see a few more today. I'm going to be going over the main slate, which starts at 1:35 p.m. Eastern today. There's 8 games on Fanduel. There's 7 games on Draftkings. And then on Yahoo, there's 14 games. So it's going to cover the whole day, with the exception of the LA and the Baltimore game. But they're starting early, I think at like 11:05 Eastern or 12:05 Eastern, real early start there. But besides that, you have nice 8 games on Fanduel, 7 on DraftKings, and then all day on Yahoo. So I'm going to give you guys, and Coach couldn't be on the podcast today. He's actually focused on NBA Summer League and recording the podcast for that right now. So I'm going to be covering MLB today, and then Coach and I will be back on it tomorrow. The top pitcher play is going to be Sandy Alcantara. He's 10-7 on both sites. On paper, it's a pretty tough matchup against the Mets, but he did face them in New York a couple weeks ago on June 19th. He pitched 8 innings. He allowed only 2 runs, and he struck out 8 for 52 fantasy points. And Alcantara has actually pitched 7 innings or more in 11 straight starts. So he's just been incredibly durable and just very, able to last much longer than most pitchers. Pitched 8 or more innings in 3 of his last 4 starts, so including a complete game in there. So he just has an ability to pitch longer than most, and I would expect him to have a long start again today. My value pitcher is going to be in the opposite side. It's going to be Taijuan Walker. He's 9,200 on Fanduel, 8,800 on DraftKings. He, going up against Miami. He faced them twice in the last month. In his last start in New York on June 18th, he pitched 6 2/3 innings. He only allowed 1 run, and he had 9 strikeouts for 54 fantasy points. Miami has the 9th highest strikeout rate, and they've been in the bottom half of the league in runs scored all season. So I think Walker's going to be a great value play. He's probably going to be a little bit chalky, I would think. He scored 46 or more fantasy points in 3 of his last 5 starts. So Taijuan Walker is my value play. And then my fade pitcher, I know I'm a Brewers fan, but Eric Lauer is just simply overpriced. He's 10-1 on both Fanduel and DraftKings. And at best, he's probably the Brewers' 3rd best starting pitcher. Honestly, 4th best when Freddie Peralta comes back. So he had a nice start in his last start against the Cubs, but before that, he hadn't scored more than 31 fantasy points in 7 straight starts. And he actually had a negative fantasy point game with -3 fantasy points against Washington, where he allowed 8 runs. So I think he could have a nice start again like he did against the Cubs, but I just don't want to pay that salary at over $10K. I much prefer Alcantara or Walker or even Shane Baz, honestly, over him. So Lauer is definitely going to be my fade pitcher for the day. For BVP, I do like a Brewer here. I like Andrew McCutchen. He's 2,900 on FanDuel, 4,500 on DraftKings. He's hit 368 with 7 hits and 19 at-bats against Jose Quintana. He has 5 singles, a double, and a home run. So I like the numbers there for McCutchen. Hopefully he'll be lower owned, and, hopefully he'll hit one out for us. And then for my home run call, I'm going to go with Byron Buxton. He's going up against Dane Dunning. He has 4 hits and 8 at-bats against him. He has a single, a double, and 2 home runs. So 2 home runs and 8 at-bats, that's pretty solid. And then he also has hit 15 of his 22 home runs this year against right-handed pitchers. So he's a reverse splits guy when it comes to home runs. So I like Buxton to hit a home run today. For stacks, I'm going to go with my top stack's going to be the Chicago White Sox. They're going up against Drew Hutchinson. I like them a lot today. Also like Atlanta against Paulo Espino. And then for a GPP stack, I do like Minnesota against Dane Dunning. As I mentioned, Byron Buxton has really good numbers against him. So does Carlos Correa. Small sample size. They both hit a home run against him in that heat. I think that, it could be another high-scoring game like we saw yesterday. And I like Minnesota. I think they'll be lower owned than the White Sox and the Braves. And that is going to do it as far as the stacks. For PrizePicks, I do like Sandy Alcantara over 21 pitching outs. As I mentioned, he's gone at least 7 innings in 11 straight starts. So I think at worst we'll get a push here. But I do think that he will get over that 21 pitching out. So maybe 7 2/3, somewhere around there, but just enough to get us over. And then for my other play, I like Andrew McCutchen over 6 fantasy score. As I mentioned, he has really good numbers against Jose Quintana, and 6 is a pretty low number. I think he can get there. All he needs is a hit and a couple RBIs or a double and RBI, something like that. And then he'll be right there where we need him. So that's going to be my 2 plays. Alcantara over 21 pitching outs and McCutchen over 6 fantasy score. Coach will have all of his plays for our members in our Discord. So make sure that you watch for those if you're a member. And if not, like I said, we'd love to have you join us. You can follow us on Twitter at DFS Coach Talk. I'm at JP Davis 1982. Coach is at Joe Servati. Like I said, he will be back on the show with me tomorrow. So we hope you guys have a great Sunday, and we hope you join us tomorrow when we look to crush it in MLB, DFS, and PrizePicks. Thank you.